It's the Don, not the boss of the mafia. You got the umbrella over here, the umbrella of silence. I hope you can hear me. We're at Barrel. We've been through Mossvale and Mittagong, and we're here at the Bradman Museum, which is over there in Barrel. Now, you might think the Don was born in Barrel, wouldn't you think that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's got a museum. He was born in Cootamundra.
Was he?
Cootamundra. And he's famous. We're not going to go into the museum and show you cricket bats and floppy green hats and all that. You've seen them, bales and balls. How many auctions have you been to at functions when they've given you a floppy green hat and they said, this was an original hat worn by Don? He's signed 800 of them. Anyhow, well, why am I mentioning this?
He's a legend.
What?
He's a legend. Australian sporting legend.
He was the first person inducted into
the Sport Australia Hall of Fame.
First
which they
person.
Still have the Don Award, which
Yeah.
his son presents.
And his son has changed his name back. He used to call his name, John, his son used to call himself John Bradson. Bradson. But he's now changed his name back to Bradman. I don't know, he's got on with his old man or he's decided to. I don't know why he's changed it back. Seems unusual he changed it in the first place, but that's up to John. And his granddaughter sings the national anthem at every Sport Australia Hall of Fame function.
Greta.
What?
Greta.
Greta Bradman. Is it Bradman? It's
Yeah.
not Greta Bradman. She's
Yeah.
not married to a Bradman.
No, but she's the daughter of John.
I know, but she's called something else. Anyhow, there he is. There's his oval. There's his museum. And we're going on now. Great quiz question. Where do you reckon, if the Bradman Museum is at Barrel, where do you reckon he was born? People say, Barrel. No. Cootamundra. Cootamundra. Where are we going?
For lunch.
Now, this is the end of day
54.
and we came from Mossvale. We'd just seen the great Don Bradman. Well, we'd seen where his museum was. It's a bit windy, haven't got a sock to put over the microphone, haven't got the umbrella of silence or the bin of silence or the coat, but we're here. And we're at, where are we?
Forest Run Camping Ground.
Forest Run Camping Ground. As you can see, there is no one here at all, and there's a very good reason for that. We came down and we turned in, no signs. There was a gate open, so we moved the truck and the essential van around here, and we jockeyed like a dog turning around before it knows what, if it wants to have a shit.
How'd it go again?
Yeah. What?
How'd it go?
We
It's
went
like
round,
a washing machine.
we went round and we faced the sun. Mind you, it's frigid at the minute. And there's a reason, good reason why there's no one here, because a very charming couple came up in a Land Rover and they said, well, they didn't say it like this, but they said, what are you doing? And we said, well, we're just, she said, the park is closed. I said, well, I can understand that because there were no signs to say it was open. But there was no signs at all. We just came in through a dirt road and they said, would you mind if we're closed for the winter, would you mind if you, left? And I said,
Moved on. Move on, like the police.
Move on. They're very charming, incidentally. And I said, well, we're self-contained and we're doing nothing, and if you want us to go, we will, but does it matter if we stay here? Look, it's beautiful and it's
Jeez,
nice.
it's lovely. Lovely
And
little
they
creek
said,
there.
well, I said, I'm not bribing you. I said, but we can pay you to stay. In fact, we haven't paid anyone. We tried to ring and book, and they said, yes, our website didn't say we were closed. I said, I'm glad you said that. I said, would you like some money? And they said, no. I said, well, we'll move if you want us to. Me with those cow eyes and weepy. And they said, and they had a chat and they said, look, Frank, it's all right, isn't it? I said, well, Margaret, they're okay, aren't they? I said, well, it's really closed. And they said, well, what does it matter? And I'm listening. I said, well done, Frank. Keep going with Margaret there. What does it matter? And they said, all right, you can stay. So I said, well, thank you so much. So here we are. And
Forest Run Camping.
I'm
All on our
sorry,
left.
it's not very exciting to say that, but it is so cold today. We had our first foray into the traffic after traffic going on the way to Sydney and Moss Vale and wherever they go. Sue said, it's peak hour. I said, peak hour to where? Where are they going? Driving to Sydney to commute. the 4 hours. So we're here, and the van's working beautifully, batteries, everything going well, heaters on.
We got the awning down, but I reckon the thing is he's going to get windy tonight, so I reckon we're going to have to put it up because you wouldn't want it blown into the water over the roof.
No, because then Margaret and Frank might come back and say, we noticed that you'd left the awning in shambles and wrecked and bits of iron and canvas sticking out in our forest down there. Yes, Frank, we did. We're going to come back next week and get it in a low loader, they said. So we'll get it back, and they said, when would you be leaving? I said, very, very early, very early. And they said, well, look, no, we're very pleasant. I'm not making them sound out as though they were grumpy.
Hurry up, I'm getting cold.
I'll turn it off.
Get inside, quick, quick.
God, it's cold.